Good evening guys and welcome back to the channel. So tonight you find me and Steve in this amazing time capsule. Now it is dubbed the religious house and it is in the middle of nowhere. But tonight we have not come here alone. We are with the lovely James and Rianne from Staffordshire Paranormal.
Hi guys. Hello.
If you haven't already, please go and subscribe to their channel because they really do some amazing, honest investigations. So guys, without further ado, let's get straight into this investigation.
Okay, so spirits, if you can hear my voice, we come with peace and respect. We don't mean you any harm by being here. We do just want to try and communicate with you and get to know you and prove there is life after death. So we're going to introduce ourselves. So my name's Rianne.
My name is Steve.
My name is Dolly.
And my name is James.
And we are just here to see if we can make any communication with you. Because as Rianne said, we just want to prove that there is life after death. So if you can do anything for us, be a tap, a bang, or if you can use your voice, please step forward. That was behind you, but I believe, is that paper on the floor?
Behind you. I thought it
come from behind you.
Did you?
Yeah.
I swear it come from... That was behind you, but I believe, is that paper on the floor?
Behind you.
I thought it
come from behind you. I thought.
Did you? I swear it come from... That was behind you, but I believe, is that paper on the floor?
Behind you. I thought it
come from behind you.
Did you? I swear it come from... There's nothing here though. Unless it was the paper.
But there's no wind in here.
No, there isn't. Just to let you know, guys, that all this house is boarded up. It's completely boarded up. So, yeah, there wouldn't be wind, would there? 'Cause it's completely boarded. Even the front door's boarded up, isn't it? So, see, isn't it weird though how you could all hear different? I thought it come from behind you, so I thought I was gonna say it's that paper bouncing up.
No, it definitely come from behind you. But noise does travel.
If that was your spirit trying to make communication, could you do it again for us, please? There's got to be a rat or something behind there, hasn't there?
Oh, yeah.
I heard it again. It sounded like, you know when someone walks and then them plates rattle?
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like to me. What did it sound like to you?
See, I didn't hear that.
Oh,
time.
I heard the second one behind me, like you said, but...
I only heard the first time. I didn't hear the
I
second
think
time.
it's got to be a rat or something, hasn't it? Because the second, it's come from there again. There's nothing behind there, is there?
No, I had a look and couldn't see anything there.
So if there are any spirits here with us tonight, would it be possible for you to make this knocking noise?
So quiet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really quiet.
It's good, so if we hear anything, it'll be distinctive, won't it? It'll stand out.
Yeah, because we have been walking around here, guys, haven't we? So statistically, you should hear the floorboards going back up, and we haven't we? We heard Steve when he was upstairs when we was doing B-roll, didn't we? But we haven't heard anything since, like the floorboards spring back up.
Yeah.
Do you whistle?
No,
Do your famous
whistle. If you can't knock anything, maybe you could whistle like this, please. Well, there is a newspaper on the settee. Maybe you could take a seat. And maybe you could push that off, if you could.
That was my
Was it
tummy.
your tongue?
I seem to say this in every place we go to, but every single place we seem to go to, there's always so much stuff on the floor. And you would think that as you're walking around, you'd hear it. There's so much stuff, like, look over there, it's falling apart. You'd think that you would hear that, but it's just so quiet here, isn't it?
It is.
Was there an elderly gentleman that used to live here? If so, could you tap once for yes, please? And if there was a lady that used to live here that's now passed on, could you make 2 taps for us, please?
So yeah, it might feel like we're intruding. There's 4 strangers in your house, but we're only here to make contact with you, to get to know you. If you are here with us now, can you copy this somewhere where you are in the house? Can anyone else hear a dead faint knock then?
I can't
I
say I
don't
did,
hear
if I'm honest
anything.
with
I'll
you.
try and do it again. Can you copy this, please? Yeah, first time then I thought I did hear like maybe 2 or maybe 3 very dull knocks somewhere.
Coming from behind you, or?
It sounded like above, but it was really, really faint. Like really faint.
If you knocked on the door, though, wouldn't wood frame travel the noise up a bit? Is that concrete behind you, James, at the top there? Just above the wood frame? Is that concrete or wood? Is it quite solid?
Plaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, plaster up there. Oh God, these spiders.
Don't remind me.
I don't know what you're worried about. They're nowhere near you. Look at my big hair here. Look, I'm just collecting all the spiders as I'm walking around.
No, you're still under him, to be fair, just. Although that pregnant one's getting close to you.
Is it?
But,
Oh,
yeah.
bless. Oh, look. Oh, but yeah, I'm just collecting them as I'm walking around.
So we've been here a good 20 minutes now, and we've not heard too much yet to signify that you might be here with us. Could you give us a clear sign, and you're welcome to use our energy, that you're here with us now?
Please tell me you heard that.
Didn't hear anything.
No.
Did you hear that?
What did you hear? 'Cause I could hear...
Out there, like scuffling.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't hear anything.
If that was you, can you move something in that room again, please? If you want us to come into there, give us 1 knock.
Oh, I can hear that
Thank
now.
you.
I heard that.
I was thinking, please, somebody else hear it, because I don't want you to think.
I heard
Tap, tap,
that.
tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
time
that's what you heard, James.
Yeah, the first time when I was stood there.
I was thinking, please something else happen, because I don't want to think that I'm hearing that pareidolia.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I heard it the second
I
time.
heard that.
If that is you trying to make communication, thank you so much. Are you able just to be a bit louder for us, please?
Yeah, I can hear that. But I can't make out what it is.
It's either coming from there or behind me again. It sounds to me, you know, like a mouse when they do that.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's
Yeah.
got to be a mouse or something.
Surely.
There isn't like one of them electric things
Hang on,
in here
let's.
ticking.
Oh, jeez.
That's
I'm going to stand here, guys,
Yeah.
and see if
Yeah.
it's up from over here, and it'll pick up on my mic then, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so spirits, if that was you tapping, just to validate it is you, can you do that again for us, please?
I can hear it. Tap, 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 tap,
There's a
tap.
mouse.
There's something in here.
I'm not scared, by the way, guys. So I'll go for it. There's a mouse. I'm telling you. There's poo droppings. There is. That's mouse droppings or rats, is it? It's got to be a rat.
So we've now come into your living room. Maybe you would have had many happy memories in this room with your family. Maybe you could perhaps come in and to communicate with us, please. Yeah, I thought I
Was
heard
that coming down
something.
them stairs?
No, I thought it was over that direction.
Yeah, I thought it was that.
It's the noise.
I thought it was them stairs.
I mean, there is like paper in that down there, so it might be springing back.
Can you make that noise again for us if that was you?
That was something from behind me, but I can't rule that out. There's stuff on the floor.
Oh, what, the paper's springing back up, yeah.
Yeah, there's like all stuff
Sounded
on the
like
floor.
the steps to me, but the paper is right on the steps, so yeah.
Because obviously we have just walked down there, so... it
Yeah,
could
and the
just be
paper's
setting
literally
in.
just by there, and we would have
Yeah.
walked over that, wouldn't we? So it could be that. Spirit, we just want to know, can you see us or are you in the dark? If you can see us, standing in your living room, could you please make a noise for us? Or throw something? There's plenty of things you can throw or move something. And we do apologise if you are trying to make communication and we just can't hear or see you.
If we can establish contact with a spirit or a being in this property, then maybe we can get some equipment out for you to communicate with and answer some questions.
Are you moving around us?
Did you hear some like faint sort of like tapping?
I heard
Yeah.
something over here and then I heard it by the
My
TV.
mum was in the middle sort of where
It sounded
James
like
was.
someone was just like
But then
walking
again,
around.
that light's on the TV. Is it like making something move in the TV?
Are you moving around us? Are you moving around us?
Like mechanism or something?
The light hasn't been on long enough to be hot, has
true.
it? Do your
No.
lights get hot, James?
Not really. That
Ours
one,
don't
no.
get hot at all.
No.
If that is you walking around your property and we can hear you, are you able to open these drawers, please? You've got a lovely set of drawers in your front room. Could you please just try and open them or move them or slam them shut?
Maybe you're frightened, maybe hiding. We can assure you we're not here to cause any disrespect to your property or trash it any more than what it is. We've simply come here to see if there is life beyond death and to see if the living can communicate with the dead.
Is that your to me?
No. It was the
Is-
car, I think.
I thought that was your coat.
Nah, it
Heard
might
like
be.
a sort of noise. It was like
See, it
car
sounded
brake.
like a tummy rumble.
Did it?
Oh, to me it sounded like Velcro on a coat.
Yeah. No, it definitely wasn't something. Be able to tell on the mics if it
Yeah,
was
who it
anyone.
was, who it
Yeah.
come from.
Who's the culprit?
Ooh. We're just gonna say that looks like a gun cabinet behind you.
I was
Dolly.
thinking that.
Do you think that?
Mm.
Mm.
Oh,
Did you
there's no
own
gun in it.
guns? If you did, could you give us a sign? Could you copy me? let us know where you are, please.
As we said, if you're struggling for energy, you can use ours. Just please make your presence known to us. And even if you don't want us here, just do one significant thing for us and we'll happily leave you in peace.
Okay, spirits, we've set up a number of items around your living room now. So there's 3 with green lights on them. If you go close to them, they'll just light up and indicate that you're close to us. We also have another device with a screen, and in that device you can pick a word to answer our questions. So I'm going to ask first, can you tell me the name of any spirit that may be residing in this house? And if you're low on energy, you're welcome to use ours.
What's left?
I'm going to say I've gone very tired.
I mean, 5 hours have we been searching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5th time got in.
Yeah, we got down to this area about 4:45, and it's 11 o'clock before we find somewhere. It's good going, that is. So we've travelled a long way.
We have.
And we've searched hard to find this place tonight. So could you please come forward and come and have a chat with us? Tell us what you're seeing now before you. That's my tummy after, like, popped a little bit, but I thought you heard dum 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 before. It's all very, very subtle though. It's very quiet.
There is a black box on your sofa. If you go towards that, in theory, the lights will go up. And if you could do that for me, please, then maybe we could use the lights to answer some questions.
So please come and take a seat on your lovely sofa. Did I just flash? No, it could have been this green. And I've just looked quickly, it could have been that.
Yeah.
Flashing green.
As James said, there is a device on your other armchair where your straw hat is sitting. Maybe you can use that device and talk to us. What is your name?
Like, I don't know about everyone else, but I would love to know, obviously, if spirits are real, which I believe... Come closer, which I believe they are, then I'd love to know what they see. So
Yes.
if they still, like, reside here, do they see their home as
As it was.
back in the day?
Or like just becoming dishevelled.
Yeah.
We've said exactly the same thing on our investigations. We always ask the same thing. Do you relive how you lived your happiest? So do they only come back and they time looped?
Yeah.
So they do come back and just relive, like, say they get home from work, put the TV on, have tea, get home from work, put the TV on, have tea.
Yeah.
Is that how they see it? Or like you said, do they come back and see it like this and just unhappy? But then if it's an unhappy spirit, wouldn't it be poltergeist activity?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe that poltergeist activity, and this is just my opinion, guys, is a bad spirit at all.
No.
Not at all. I just think either frustrated spirit, even a happy spirit, because they can move things.
Yeah.
So why
Yeah.
not
Yeah. It's
think,
just like
oh,
an
let's be a
active-
bit playful
Yeah.
and move things, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just too many questions and so little
Yeah.
answers.
Mm.
Please, if you are here and able to answer this question, what is your name? I mean, how are you feeling here, James?
Pretty relaxed at the moment, to be fair. There's not been anything that makes me feel off about it. I don't fear like outside people coming in either, which is good. So I feel relaxed, but I'm not feeling anything other than, you know, a few subtle kind of noises, not enough to,
Yeah.
you know, get me on edge or think that we might be communicating with anything.
I mean, considering this is like tucked away in like
Yeah.
the forest
Yeah.
bit, it does have all the characteristics of a spooky haunted
does.
house.
Yeah,
It does.
definitely.
But I must admit, James, I'm feeling like. Did you see that?
What was it?
I thought it sounded like two bum bums, not taps, just a bum bum.
I didn't hear that.
It might could because I was talking maybe.
Yeah,
and I thought,
sometimes
hey,
your
you can-
voice echoes
yeah.
in your
Yeah.
own head a little bit.
I must have said no. As I was saying, I just feel really relaxed in here. I
Yeah.
do feel relaxed. I feel like if there is a spirit here, they're happy that we're here.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they want us out. I really don't. I feel like maybe they're quite well. A blacksmith. Was you a blacksmith? How are you feeling here?
I feel calm in fairness.
It's
Like,
weird how it's
apart-
got a calm
yeah,
vibe.
Apart from, obviously, the spiders.
I knew you were going to mention that.
Obviously, I feel fine and calm and yeah, just dead relaxed.
I feel really hot now, actually, to be honest with you. I feel quite warm, like the fire's on or something. How do you feel, Steve?
Feel fine. It feels warmly, feels homely,
Welcoming.
feels very welcoming. Yeah, I don't feel any negative.
No demons in
vibes
here.
No.
The only thing I can think that might kind of shuffle it up a little bit
Yeah.
is we've got plenty of rooms around the house. Do we call out in different rooms? I know we're going to get a bit of cross-contamination. We're going to have to ask each other, but you know when a noise comes from the room. I don't believe we have yet, Spirit. But it'd help us if we could have your name, please. So I think that would be a good kind of test, you know, have someone in here, someone in there, and
Yeah.
then two
Yeah.
upstairs as well.
Yeah,
and,
why
and
not?
just,
Yeah.
and then we can move around, just do little like vigils in each room.
Yeah.
So guys, we've all split up now. Rianne and Dolly have gone upstairs to do their joint lone vigils. I'm downstairs with James. I'm in the back room. James is in the front room. We're also going to be using the got a K2 meter there, and is that a mil rem?
Malrem, yeah.
We're going to be using the mil rem to see if there is any spirits that can actually communicate with us tonight. Yeah, let's see what we get.
Right, so guys, we're now going to do some lone vigils. So me and Rianne have actually come upstairs. Rianne's in the back room, just behind me there. And I'm going to go into this far room here. But what we thought we'd do is we'll set up a trigger object. So we have actually just put a tricycle on the top of the stairs. Now, it's a very, very old tricycle. So yeah, I'll just show you that, guys. So we've set this little tricycle up with it hasn't got like a steering wheel or anything, but we set it up by the stairs just in case it gets pushed or something. So yeah, let's go into my room where I'm going to do my lone vigil, and we'll it's pitch black, guys, I can't see anything. Yeah, and I'm going to do some calling out in here. Now the boys are downstairs and you might hear them faintly in the distance because unfortunately it's not big enough for us to be too far away from each other. So yeah, I'm just going to do some calling out in here.
So we are calling out to any spirits in this property. Maybe you feel a little bit more comfortable that we're all now separated. Maybe you don't feel so threatened. So if there is anyone here and you could come forward to us tonight to communicate with myself and James, or even if you could make communication with the girls upstairs. So firstly, can you make a knocking noise so we can establish if there is anyone here with us, please? If you can't make a knocking noise, there is a black box on the floor with a green light. Theory has it, if you go towards that black box, then the lights will change, depending on how close and how hard you're grasping on the device. Or there is a mail rem there that you can use. How does that work, James?
Just needs to go close to the aerial on top and it'll light up more colours and make a noise as well. Maybe you're down the cellar. Maybe you're hiding from us tonight. You shouldn't need to hide in your own home. Could you come forward and make a noise to make your presence felt? Come on, can you come forward and try and scare us out of this home? Really quiet at the moment.
It's very quiet, yeah.
I'm actually hearing less noises now we're on our own than we were before.
Which makes me believe, is it anything that we've been walking over, just springing back?
Possibly.
Just to see if I can get any activity while I'm on my own, because sometimes when you're on your own you're a bit more vulnerable, and if you've come into someone's house that used to live here on their own and there's 4 of you here, they might feel a bit intimidated, so we don't want them to feel intimidated, and they might come forward if they're on their own. So Spirit, I'm now on my own. I don't know if you feel more comfortable with me being on my own, but I do have the green light with me and it's on your dresser. Are you able to touch that green light or knock it over for me, please? Or make a tap and a bang? I've just heard a noise. But there is like wallpaper coming off the wall. So I wonder if it did sound a bit like that. So I wonder if it was the wallpaper coming off the wall. But this place is covered in cobwebs, guys. It should be like good cobweb house because it is really covered in cobwebs and spiders. If you are in this room with me tonight, can you make a noise, please? Rianne, before you just did that cough, did you make another noise? Okay, no worries. If I just heard you by the... Yeah, I will do. It did sound like it come by the door. If that was you that made that noise, it sounded like somebody walked in here on that little like wooden beam. Could you do it again, please, or shut the door? Now, Spirit, we have placed your tricycle that you must have owned. It is on the stairwell. It's at the top of the stairs. Are you able just to give it a push for us, please?
We do apologise that the questions may be quite repetitive. We're only repeating those questions to see if there is anyone here. Then we can move forward with other questioning. So if you could make a noise for us, please. That'd be greatly appreciated. That mail rem that you got, does it ever go off, or is it?
It's gone off a few times, but very, very rarely. So, noise it makes if something comes close to it. So I have to get.
Oh, you've got to get quite close then.
Yeah. I mean, you can mess with the sensitivity and stuff, but then you just, I don't know, you're just tempting fate that it's going to go off, you know, off a cobweb falling or something like that. So I always think it's best to, you know, be honest, keep it on the sort of lowy setting, you know, so it's got to be proper tampered with for it to go off. But these are all just experimental. We don't know if this proves that you're with us, but it might be a sign that you are. Can you give us any indication at all that you're here with us now?
Right, guys, I just heard a tap. Right, guys, I just heard a tap. Sounded like it was right next to me. Is there somebody in this room with me right now? That was me, guys, stepping over paper. If that is you making the taps that I've been hearing, could you please validate it by going over to that green box and either flashing it for me or knocking it over? Or even, you got some drawers there, maybe push them? Right, that little tapping, if you can hear it, it is the paper springing back up.
Yeah, we won't be staying down here long. If you are trapped down in this cellar, can you move something in here now, please? Try and copy me. Oh, for God's sake. Copy that. Oh, nothing again down here.
It's just one of those places, I think it's got all the characteristics, but unfortunately there's maybe nothing here.
I always find that it's the places that loot the most, and usually have got, you know, either deaths there or burials there that end up being the most quiet.
Are you a skeptic or are you a believer?
I'm on the fence, I'll be honest, because there's times when things have kicked off and I'm like, there's definitely the paranormal's out there. And then there's times that you go through a period like this where you don't see anything for a while, don't hear anything. You're like, it could just all be your imagination running wild with you. But I don't know. I do want to believe.
Yeah.
I had an experience when I was a kid, but I think at the same time, looking back now, as a kid, you kind of, it could have been a dream, it could have been something else.
But they do say kids are more susceptible to spirits, don't they?
That is true.
Whereas adults, maybe they put it to the back of their mind where maybe it frightens them, so they just fight or flight, and they just fly it and just don't believe.
Mm-hmm. Are you full on skeptic, or are you?
I used to be.
Yeah.
But then when my dad passed away a few years back, we was in the living room and we heard footsteps as if he got out of bed, because he used to go out of bed because he used to have night terrors and wash his face, and we heard the replica footsteps.
Goodness.
But we only heard that once.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just put it down to just hearing things or just outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, since when I started this journey with Dolly, I thought I didn't really believe in the paranormal, but we have caught a few unexplainable things that I can't explain.
Yeah.
So I'm more 70%
on the kind of skeptic side.
Skeptic side. So yeah, I'm beginning to believe, but I need something a little bit more significant.
Now, there are plenty of things in here that you can actually push, shut, knock on, throw. As I said, I do have a green light here that you can light up for me. If that would make me believe you want to communicate. Or push it over. Then I'll know for sure that you do want to communicate with me. There's also wardrobes you could bang on. There's a hanger in that wardrobe, maybe knock it over. And then that way, I'll know that you are here and you're strong enough to communicate with me.
Yeah, my experience when I was a kid was just after my granddad had passed away. I was at my nan's house. It's the last time I've stopped at my nan's house. We're talking 1994, 95, I think it was. So I've not stopped there since. I've been visited loads. Yeah. I won't stay the night there because I was in the bedroom and they had one of those windows that allows light to go onto the landing and stairway. In like old houses, you have interior windows. Yeah. And I heard footsteps coming up the stairs. And then I looked at the interior windows when I'm in bed at night, and like a very tall Victorian man in like a top hat was walking past towards my bedroom door, and I heard the door creep open. I'm absolutely petrified at this point. And then I felt a weight drop on my feet, so I'd like gone under the covers, felt a weight drop under my feet, and it was my granddad's silhouette, like shadow kind of on the wall, where I used to sit watching the motorway out the window. So I think he come to protect me that night, but I want to know, because that house has been in my family since, I think, 1899 or 1901. It's still in the family now. But there was a period of time, it was built in 1895, so there was 4 years or 6 years where someone else lived there. Yeah. And that's what I find interesting. Oh,
you don't know who lived there before for those years.
That's it. And it would be kind of Victorian period as well. And I don't know, as a kid, I think, you know, I wouldn't have made that up in my own mind. Something went on then. Either I dreamt it or it happened. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, there's got to be something out there.
Yeah.
There has to be something.
Yeah. Did you hear it? Noise then?
I mean, there's got to be something out there.
Yeah.
There has to be something.
Yeah. Did you hear it? Noise then? It's like a rustle. If that was you, can you do it again? I know there was a car going past at the same time. I can't really describe the noise it was. It was like a... Yeah, it was like a very kind of quiet scrub. Yeah, something like that. Very, very light again. Everything's been dead light here, hasn't it? Nothing kind of conclusive. I'll get out of this salad though.
Yeah, true.
It's a climb out. It's going to be fun.
Okay, so spirits, if you can hear my voice, we've come into the kitchen area now. And is Dolly's thought right? Are you a man that lived on his own? Maybe your wife died years ago. So if Dolly is right, could you maybe clearly move something in here? What was that?
Did that come from the front room? It didn't. I don't think it come from there. Where did you think it come from?
That way.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah.
it was, like a tap, but quite a big,
Yeah.
loud tap. Is it true you was a man? Was that you we just heard? James just got a tap as well.
Yeah.
Is it true that you was a man and lived on your own? And that you just answered Rianne's question by tapping? Please, could you come forward into this room and tap here, please? So we know that we're making communication with the previous owner of this property.
You can use all our energy to do so if you're struggling.
And we also have a powerful light here. You can drain the light of energy and do something massive for us. That's the boys upstairs, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, imagine he shuts that door and he can't get out.
Oh,
We'll call the fire brigade. Oh, don't.
no, that'd be funny.
It will be. Why do I feel like someone's touching my hand? There's a spider on it. Ugh. Please, could you just do it again and give us another sign? So now. Could you tap on the biscuit tin or the tea bag tin? It's actually quite quiet here. Apart from that tap, it sounded like it come
was
from
weird.
that first room,
Yeah.
and it was after you asked that question.
So I'm wondering whether we're onto something, maybe.
It's warmed up, as they
Yeah.
say. We've been here. Do you remember like, when I was upstairs? I said we've been here for quite a while. You
Yeah.
know we're not going to hurt you.
Mhm.
Or does it come back to the fact of he used to get up in the middle of the night? Because it is not. It's like
Yeah.
really late now. It's gone 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is it true? Are you reliving your memories? Have you walked into the kitchen to get a cup of tea? Maybe make one for you and your wife? Are you with your wife now you've passed? If so, could you tap for us, please, or bang?
Damn it.
It did sound like a creak. I thought that's Steve.
What I'd love to know as well is if there is like a spirit world, if they've got like a concept of time. So, like obviously our concept of time,
Yeah.
obviously it's gone midnight here. So in their world, is it the same time or does time not exist?
Yeah. It goes back to, are they just stuck in that time lapse of
Yeah.
memories?
Yeah.
So spirits, we're now opening a new tab of communication for you. So you can communicate through radio signals, radio frequency. If you come forward towards Dolly on my left, she's holding a device. And can you come and tell us your name, please? So just for the viewers at home, this spirit box has been detuned. The aerial's gone from it. So in hindsight, we shouldn't pick up any radio signal, but it at least minimises the chance of that.
And we are kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would hope we wouldn't get anything.
We haven't had a radio station yet, so that's good. That's
very
promising.
good.
Yeah.
Come forward, use this white noise. You would have had a radio in your days. Can you speak to us, please? We'll use the energy from that to make a loud knock to where you are.
Could you please come into this room? Can you follow my voice into this room, please? You'll see what looks like a radio. It's got an antenna on it. If you go towards that antenna, it will set it off. This box is meant to make communication with spirits. Could you prove that to our audience, please, by speaking into it? What is your name?
Shall we introduce ourselves again?
Yeah.
Why not?
Just
Yeah.
in case. Yeah. Okay, so my name's Rianne.
My name is Steve.
My name is Dolly.
And my name is James. Can you tell us your name, please, Spirit? Or if you don't know that you are a spirit, any past residents of this house, please come forward and speak to us now.
We have been here coming up to a couple of hours now, so you must feel comfortable knowing that we're not here to harm your property. So if you could give us any form of communication, that would be greatly appreciated. Could you tell us your name, please, through the black device in Dolly's hand?
Have you ever had any responses through that since it's been detuned?
Yeah, help. When we was at care home, it was really loud. It was very
That's
distinctive.
probably the only thing we've
Help.
ever had.
Yeah.
Just one.
Other stuff we've had through, but we can't make out what it says, so it could be radio stations.
Yeah.
But this is a reverse sweep.
Yeah.
So if a radio station did come through, it should be reversed.
Yeah.
So statistically, you shouldn't hear it. You should hear like, ugh.
Yeah.
And we had help come through.
Wow.
And it didn't sound like a radio station. You
No,
can
it sounded like a
distinguish
really
it.
angry voice as well. You know, like a help.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to think of how long this place has been abandoned for by the fact you've got things growing on the inside now.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
That's like, stuff's coming
It's-
through the windows.
It's definitely not 2019.
No.
Definitely
no,
not.
100%. So why is that here though? Why have we got stuff with the 2019 date on?
Could it be an urbex plant in that to throw people
Yeah.
off?
There was a newspaper in the kitchen saying 2004.
We found one saying 1963.
Yeah.
Oh,
March.
yeah, upstairs.
March
Yeah.
12th.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. So could it be?
But then again, the person that lived here might have been collecting newspaper
Oh, that's
cuttings.
definitely been collected.
Yeah.
It hasn't been abandoned since then. It's definitely been collected. Because there was
I don't think it's been redecorated since then, though, I'll be honest.
I mean, you've even got the lino floor in here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really old, isn't it?
And there's these, what they're called,
Commodes.
commodes everywhere. There's one in here. There's one in that bedroom. Very fancy one, because I thought it was like a trunk, of stuff, and I opened it, I was like, oh, right, okay, it's that.
So me and Rianne was saying it suggests that an elderly man lived here, maybe with his wife at some point, but I think through the later years, it was definitely an elderly man.
I mean, that looks like a lady's kind of shopping trolley,
Yeah. But other than that, we've not seen anything to suggest a lady needs to live here.
No.
Nothing at all. It's all Mal.
Who are the characters on these glasses here?
I don't know, if I'm honest with you.
I recognise them, but I can't.
Taplock, Minnie Caldwell, Jack Walker. Very, very early days of Coronation Street, that is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Only know it because my nan always goes on about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh,
First, I thought it was only fools and horses when I walked in.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It's like caricatures of that. You a fan of Coronation Street? If you were, we are going to be going soon, but can you give us a sign before we do? Coronation Street's still going strong now. Got to be honest, I don't watch it, but it is going strong. I think Ken Barlow's still knocking about. You'd remember him.
For all we know, he could be sitting in there watching Coronation Street right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
Yeah.
Or he could be in here making himself a whiskey and he's just walked straight past us because he doesn't know we're here. And like Steve always says, he might hear these little taps and bangs and think, I wonder where that's coming from, kind of thing, because we're in a different
Yeah, that's true.
different dimension kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you ever get anything in your own home at all?
Yeah, we get a few. So we always see like the corner people, the shadow people we call them, from the corner of your eyes. So you can't say it's paranormal because you always get it from the corner of your eyes. But we hear people going up and down the stairs quite a lot. We was talking about this on the live the other day. Recently, I've heard something mimic my son's voice.
Oh, wow.
So like, Mum, and then I forgot he's gone to college, and I'll go running up the stairs. Oh, it happens so often now that it doesn't bother me. And you were working from home the other day, and then you heard it, and I was like, see, I'm not crazy.
It's like that could be the stone tape theory as well, but within the living, like, you know, the walls are recording.
Yeah.
You know, your son shouting out like that.
Yeah.
And it's just replaying that, and it's weird. That could work with the living as well as it supposedly does with the dad. If it works with the dad, it'd work with the living as well. Cause, yeah, it's quite a common occurrence that I hear things that aren't there, and it's like I've got bad hearing anyway, so I put it down to that, you know, and my hearing's very distorted into where it's coming from and stuff. But yeah, I think if it worked in the spirit sense, it would work in the living sense as well.
True.
And the only thing we get in our house, and again, you might have witnessed this, you might have not, because I've never mentioned it to you, is I sometimes get like the smell of old pipes, like, you know, like pipe smoking tobacco. I get that smell every now and again. Now, obviously, you know, you do smoke yourself, and I wonder if it's
pipes, though.
No, not pipes, and that's the thing. And you know, it could be my sense of smells just off.
I mean, I've never smelled anything like that.
No, so it could be just.
Have you ever found any history on your place?
It's 1950s. It's not that old.
Okay,
it would have
so
been
it's
a couple, an elderly couple that one of them passed away there, the other one passed away in a care home, but nothing. You know, no murders there or you know, tragic deaths or anything like that. So have you had much, do you know, the history of your place?
Just that a lady lived there from young, all the way up until she was like 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
So she was there a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And that's about it. But she hasn't passed on. She moved out when we got the place. So we know that much. But yeah, it's just, I'm so used to it now and doing paranormal myself that when we do hear things, we put it down to, we try and debunk as much as we can. But yeah. As I said, Steve's more of a skeptic than me, so...
See, I'm always the one who wants to believe it's paranormal. And even if you know, in my mind I'm thinking, oh, you know, it could just be the wind rattling that, or it could be this or that. I always go on the belief that it is a spirit. I'm sure that K2 just flickered then, but it could have been my eyes. If that was you, can you come close to it again? Step into the room again, please. But yeah.
No, it's that tapping again.
Yeah.
Some sort of animal
Rude.
gnawing something.
Yeah.
I heard it behind you then actually as well.
I wonder if
My light keeps tapping.
Keeps...
You know, it was the Ouija brothers that said, you know, when we went to that asylum and Adrian had the click, click, click.
Yeah.
Ouija brother said it could have been his light, and he's like, I've never witnessed my light do it, but we're not saying it's not.
No.
But since I've been to the asylum, my light keeps clicking, and the first time it's ever clicked was in the asylum.
Yeah.
So this is possessed by someone in the asylum.
From the asylum,
No, but you know that hot noise you just heard? I'm sure it come from my light, which could mean, because obviously we just turn our lights off and put them in a bag.
Cooling
So they
down.
could click and we don't hear them because they're in a bag.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure what you just heard was that. I thought it come from there at first, then I heard it again. Definitely. You'll hear it on my camera really loud because it come from here.
But yeah, as I was just saying before, the K2 possibly.
Was that you?
Yeah, it was me, yeah.
What I always want to do is believe it is a spirit interacting, and I'll always go with that just because it sometimes I feel if we debunk things too quickly, like passing off as, oh, that wallpaper's peeling, that's what that noise will be, then you might be like, this spirit could be trying really hard to communicate, and it's like only been able to do subtle things. But yeah, so I always, and until we've debunked it, I always go with it being possibly we're communicating with something here.
We was doing that upstairs, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were saying, if that
Running
is
with
you,
it.
thank you so much. Because, like you said, you don't know. That's what my theory is about when you ask them to do something, and they are doing it. And then when you do hear that tap, that could have been them trying so hard that in the end, they've really smashed something, but you've only had that little tap because it's frustration.
Yeah. And then you pass it off as being, or a rat, or, you know, something straight away. Then you know, thinking...
Well, you've asked me to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with you.
Yeah.
That's like what I said the other day. The spirit might be so... In the living, he might have been so weak. When he's passed over, he might still be weak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you
he
said
can only
that, the
do
stables,
weak
didn't you?
noises, We don't know, do we?
We just... Well, that's the thing. Nobody does. I don't think anybody does. Until you've had that paranormal experience yourself. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this investigation as much as we have at this religious house.
If you did like the video tonight, please do like, share and subscribe. And please do go over to Rhiannon and James's channel, Staffordshire Paranormal. I will link that in the description.
As they do honest and real investigations.
Until next time, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.